Hello everyone, I'm Saloni Gupta and in this video we are going to cover about lines and angles. So this is the chapter 5 of class 7th NCERT. So let's start. So in this video, what are the topics that today I am going to cover? So the first one is basic terms. Okay, that is what is line, ray, line segment, what is angle. So these all we will discuss. Then in the related angles, we discuss the complementary angle, supplementary angle, and then pair of lines we will discuss. Okay, so intersecting line, parallel line, and the transversal. Then how we can check for the parallel line. So let us learn about one by one. Okay, so what are the basic terms? You can see point, ray, line, line segment, and angle. Now, what is the point? We know that point has no length and width. Okay, this is 1D. We say, okay, so sorry, this has no dimension. Line is a one dimension, 1D we say. So we know what is a point. Point has no length and width. It defines only position. You can see the example here. Okay, so these are example of point like point A, point B, point C. So they are defining the position. Then you can see what is ray. So it is a part of a line which has starting point but no ending point. Okay, you can see the example. Okay, so you can see the example of this ray. Okay, so in this ray, we can see this is A, B. Okay, so it is having the starting point, but its another end can be extended infinitely. So this is an example of ray, right? Then we can see what is the line. Okay, so line is, it is a set of a line. Line has no starting and ending point. Okay, so you can just define it in this way. Okay, so this is an example of line. Line, okay, I am calling it as AB. Okay, so this is the name of this line and its both ends can be extended infinitely. Okay, so we learn what is point, what is line, what is ray. Now, what is the line segment? Okay, so in the line segment, it is a part of a line which has two end point. Okay, you can see in this, it is having the starting point and it is having the ending point. Okay, so these two we discuss. Then we learn about, okay, then we will learn angle. So what is angle? When two ray or line segment, they are meeting at a common point, an angle is formed. Okay, so you can see this example, angle ABC. Okay, so in this angle ABC, this B, okay, this B is the common, this B is the vertex, right? So we will say, okay, this is how we will name this angle. Okay, so this B will always come in the middle. So this is angle ABC and this is the angle CBA. So I hope this is clear to everyone. So here you see the example of angle. So this is angle ABC I told you. Okay, so in this B can be, okay, this B will always written in the middle. So I can name it as angle ABC or angle CBA. Okay, so now let us discuss the next point. Okay, so now we can see the related angles. So in the related angles, we know the complementary angles come, then supplementary, adjacent and linear pair. What are the complementary angles? When the sum of the measure of two angles is 90 degree, they are called the complementary angle. And the supplementary angle, when the sum of the measure of two angles is 180 degree, we call it as the supplementary angle. So you can see the example. Okay, so here you can see example of complementary angle and we can see the example of supplementary angle as 120 and 60. So this is an example of supplementary angle. Then we can see what are the adjacent angles. So the lines, the angles. Okay, so when two angles have the three conditions are there. When two angles have the common vertex, they're having the common arm and the non-common arm is on either side of this common arm. Then the adjacent angles are formed. Okay, you can see the example here. Okay, in this example, the adjacent angle is 63 degree and 27 degree. Okay, you can see there is a common vertex, right? And okay, so there is a common vertex and this BC is making the common arm. Okay, and this non-common arm are on either side of this common arm. So this is an example of adjacent angle. Then what is linear pair? Okay, so linear pair is also an adjacent angle, but it has some different condition. Okay, the one condition is different only, and that is the last one. So when we say that the non-common arm is on either side in case of adjacent angles, here we say that the non-common arms are making a straight line. Okay, that means the sum of the angles will be 180 degree and the pair of angle will be called as linear pair. Okay, so you can see this example, this 120 degree and 60 degree. The sum of this will be 180 degree. Okay, so now you can have this confusion. Then if, okay, you can see the sum is here, it is 90 degree, but it is not necessary that it will be, okay, this is complementary. This is an example of complementary angle here also, but we see it is not necessary that every adjacent angle will be complementary. Is this clear to everyone? Okay, so this you can see, this is 63 and this is 27. Okay, so in this example, this is an adjacent angle and you can have the confusion then linear pair. Okay, in linear pair, the sum of the angle is 180 degree. And in supplementary angle also, the sum of the angle is 180 degree. So are they same? Okay, so in this, we can say that every linear pair is a supplementary angle, but every supplementary angle will not be linear pair. Why? Because we know that supplementary angle is not necessarily be the adjacent angle, but every linear pair is an adjacent angle. So this is the difference between the linear pair and supplementary angle, and adjacent angle and complementary. Okay, so they are two different, but yes, in some cases, the this adjacent angle can be an example of complementary angle. So I hope this is clear. Now let us move on to the next. Okay, so now in the pair of lines, we can see there is intersecting line. Okay, so what is this intersecting line? Okay, so in the intersecting lines, we know when two lines intersect each other and they have one common point. So this is called as the intersecting line. Okay, so now you can see what is the intersecting line example. So this is the example of intersecting line. Okay, so when this AB and CD, they are intersecting each other at this common point. Okay, so they are called the intersecting line, and this point is called as the point of intersection. Okay, so this is clear. Then what is the parallel line then? Okay, so the parallel line, we know that when two lines are equidistant at every point and they never meet, they are called the parallel lines. Okay, you can see the example of the parallel line here. Okay, so this AB and CD. Okay, so what is the symbol we use for it? Okay, so these two arrows shows that the lines are parallel. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, so this shows that this AB is parallel to CD. Okay, and in some cases you will see only one arrow is there. Okay, so yes, they both we use, okay, to show that the lines are parallel. Then the point of, okay, this I told you, parallel lines. Okay, so when the two lines do not intersect each other at any point and the distance between the two lines is equal at every point. Okay, so this we can see, this is an example of, okay, this is an example of what? Parallel lines. Now, okay, then what is transversal? We learn what is intersecting line, what is parallel line. Now, what is this transversal? When two or more lines are intersected by the third line at distinct point, I'm saying. Okay, why I'm saying a distinct point? Suppose if I'm saying these three lines, so will it be an example of transversal? Answer will be no. Okay, that is why I'm saying it will be at distinct point. Okay, so you can see this example in this, the third line. Okay, so let me name it as PQ, right? And this as AB and this as CD. So this PQ here is working as a transversal because this is intersecting these AB and CD at two distinct points. Okay, so when the transversal is formed, then some angles are also formed with it. And what are those angles? So the angles are corresponding angle, alternate interior angle, and you can see alternate exterior angle and co-interior angle. So in case of corresponding angle, okay, what are the corresponding angles? So they are at the corresponding position of these lines. So you can see the example angle 1 and 5, right? Then you can see this angle 3 and angle 7. Okay, then sorry, this angle 3 and 7, yes, then 2 and 6, and this 1 and 5, 4 and 8. So these all are example of corresponding angles. Then alternate interior angles. So when we see, okay, this is on the alternate side of the transversal and it is between the two lines. Okay, you can see this 4 and 6, 3 and 5. So they both are example of alternate interior angle here. Then alternate exterior angle. Okay, so they are outside the line and you can see they are on the alternate side of the transversal. So this 8 and 2, okay, this is a pair of alternate exterior And this 1 and 7, this is also in pair of alternate exterior. Then what are the co-interior angles? Okay, so co-interior angles are made on the same side of transversal, right? And they are between these two lines. Okay, so 4 and 5 you can see they are co-interior, and angle 3 and 6 are also co-interior. Okay, so this is transversal and the angles formed by it. Right, now what will happen if the lines are parallel? Okay, so if the lines are parallel and transversal is formed, then there is some relationship between the angles. Okay, so what is that relationship? That the corresponding angles will be equal. The pair of corresponding angles you will see, so they will be equal. Like 1 will be equals to angle 5, this 4 will be equal to this angle 8, angle 3 will be equals to angle 7, and this angle 2 will be equals to this angle 6. So this is corresponding angles pair. Then alternate interior angles will be equal when the lines are parallel. Okay, so angle 4 will become equals to angle 6, 3 will be equals to 5. And in case of alternate exterior angles, so they will also be equal. So angle 2 will be equals to angle 8, angle 1 will be equal to angle 7. Okay, this is the case. Then we know about the co-interior angles also. So the co-interior angles will be supplementary when the lines are parallel. Okay, so this is when the lines are parallel and transversal is being formed. Now, how we can check for parallel lines? Right, so how we can check for parallel lines? So there are three conditions. Okay, or we can say in three ways I can prove that the lines are parallel. Okay, so how you can prove? If I can prove that if I can prove that the corresponding angles are equal, then I can say that the lines are parallel. And if I can prove that the alternate interior angles are equal, then also I can say that these lines are parallel. Okay, and if I will show that this co-interior angles are supplementary, then also I can say that these lines are parallel. Okay, so there are three conditions. Alternate interior angles should be equal. Okay, one of the condition, if you can prove it, then it will be parallel. So alternate interior angle will should be equal, or we can say corresponding angle should be equal, or the third co-interior angles will be supplementary. Okay, so this all we'll discuss today. Okay, so what we discuss in this video, we first learn about. Okay, so first we learn about the basic terms and terminology. So we learn what is point, what is ray, what is line segment, and what is angle. Okay, so I told you that in the point it has no length and width, and it defines only position. Then ray, I told you that it is a part of a line which has starting point but no ending point. The line, it is a set of point which has no starting and ending point. Right, then we can say what is ray, I told you. Okay, so in the ray also, I told you what is the ray. Okay, so in the ray, I told you that it is a part of a line which has starting point but no ending point. Then in the line segment, I told you it is a part of line which has two endpoints, that is starting point and ending point. Then angle. Okay, so when two ray or line segments meet at a common point, then angle is formed. Okay, then I told you how you will name this angle. Okay, it will have the what parts it will have? It will have the vertex. Okay, that I told you B, and okay, it will have the two arms, that is angle. This will be AB and BC, right? And it has the okay. This is the sign we use for angle. Okay, this one. Now I am giving you one question for your homework, and that is it how many angles you can make with three? How many lines will be required to make three angles? Okay, so just give your answers in the comment. How many angles you can make? Okay, with three angles. Sorry, how many angles will be required? Sorry, I'm so sorry, everyone. How many lines will be required to make the three angles? So this is the questions that you have to answer in the comments. And okay, so this we discussed. Then I told you about the complementary angle, supplementary angle, adjacent angle, then linear pair. Okay, then after that, I told you about intersecting line, parallel line. Okay, I also told you what is point of intersection in intersecting line. Then transversal, I told you. Then what are the angles that are made by a transversal? Then what will be the relationship between the angles when the transversal is formed on two parallel lines? Okay, then we'll discuss about how we can check if the lines are parallel or not. So these all things today we discussed. So I hope each and every point will be clear to you. Okay, so this is the end of this video. So thanks for watching all of you. Have a great day and keep learning. Bye everyone.